Hello guys, welcome everyone. So this is live from Houston. We are here for playing cricket from Ncca. She is the president of Ncca and he is the vice president of Ncca. So let's talk what they want to say regarding Ncca because it's a new concept in American Cricket College. So let's first talk with Mr. BABAR. What do you want to say?
Yeah, thank you, Ajay. So I'm BABAR. I am the president for USF Cricket Club. The reason me and ROSHNI, my president, we started an organization called Ncca is because colleges in the US don't have enough college cricket going on. We had some avenues to represent the sport, but they were not enough, and you couldn't play cricket all year round. Coming from a country like Pakistan and India, Bangladesh, West Indies, a lot of cricket playing nations have their students coming over here. We don't only just play cricket, we've been born to breathe cricket, live cricket, follow cricket. So it's a big thing for us. It's our favorite pastime. It's our hobby. It's our passion. So coming to the States, coming to a new country where we don't have familiar faces, familiar food, familiar culture, this is the least thing we can do for students like us who are struggling on a lot of avenues in terms of career paths, sponsorships, their studies, making new friends. So cricket is more than a sport for us over here. What we're trying to do again is to provide that platform so we can play cricket all year round, have a lot of good social interaction with other fellow students, and spend a good time on the field. Cricket, as you know, teaches a lot of things. So this is the best way to learn for undergrad, grad, PhD, high school, all sorts of students. We make a lot of good connections with alumni, so that can benefit us also.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, so I want to add that for Ncca, our main goal is also to make this feasible for students, right? So cricket isn't a huge sport in America right now, and we hope it will become, and most colleges will be able to have a cricket team. But right now, a lot of colleges either don't get funding or don't get enough funding. And most of these college teams, usually most of the players play in these league games. So they do have cricket always going around, but the only thing with that is they aren't their age, right? So most of them will be older, younger, but they won't be their age. This college cricket platform gives them opportunity to play with people their age and even network, make new friends, make friends from other teams. This tournament, we had 8 teams come, so it definitely helps them all get to know each other and play with people their age. And one of the things that we tried to do with this tournament was, have low registration fees, find good hotels for them that aren't that expensive, finding cheap lunch options. So we wanted to really provide them an easy opportunity where they aren't spending so much money, because it is a lot. We had teams come from the Northeast, come from Boston, Massachusetts. We had teams fly here, drive here for 17 hours. So they made so much effort to come here. So obviously we want to make it easier for them, and we want them to have some kind of a platform where they can, most teams are interested in playing something like this. But obviously their league games, if they're playing league games for a few months, that's going to be a cheaper option than coming for a tournament in a weekend, right? So that's why we want to make it feasible so that these students get to, play against other colleges, meet other people, and it really helps build their network as well. So, it's also it becomes a social activity as well as their passion, getting to play a sport that they love.
Another thing I would like to add about the organization. So we have our partners KPVC. They are helping us manage the tournament. We have a couple of board members, Mangesh and Prasant, who are not here because they're managing games. We've already began today. So yeah, big shout out to them, and hopefully the next interview we can do with them also.
So basically, these guys are working on the sponsors and also building the network. Like for the next year, the Ncca will come up with more colleges. Right now they have 8 colleges. For the next year, they come up with more colleges. And also try to provide funding like in the form of giving the sponsors to the colleges so that they can play. They can play with the players who are of their age, not the senior players or something like that. They are giving the platform which are parallel to the students. So this is a good platform to come here. So there are a few questions I want to ask to ROSHNI, that how this league is different from other college leagues. So
So one of the biggest differences is that this whole league, National College Cricket Association, is going to be for students and basically run by students. So, we want to build this platform that we have students that are basically running the show, right? So, if this tournament is for students, students need to have that say and what they want to do. So we really want to have that platform made like that. And then one of the other things with this league is that we really try to lower the cost as much as possible. Depending on what sponsorships we get, and trying to find connecting with hotels, trying to get the best rates possible for these colleges. We want to make sure that these colleges don't have to be paying out of pocket for certain things, because not all colleges get enough funding. We also are there for these colleges when it comes to if they need funding, helping them out, building them connections, giving them ways to fundraise and really help their club. So this organization is really meant to help the students. It's really geared for the students in any way possible, any kind of help that they need. NCCA is always going to be there.
Adding on to Roshni's point, we're trying to make the clubs of the colleges stronger, not our organization stronger. Because if the roots, that is the clubs, they become stronger, then the organization in which they're participating, automatically it becomes stronger. So we're trying to, in fact, we have a system in place in which we want to guide these colleges on how they can take individual steps to help their own club grow. So they can get local sponsorships, they can get help from from people around them and the businesses around them. So that's one different thing. Another thing which we want to do is that we want these colleges to play cricket all year round. So cricket is not, again, just a couple of tournaments, 3 or 4 days in the whole year. It's a thing we want to live on for the whole year. And because college cricket is much more competitive because of the age factor in compared to other leagues going on, which are much older people and there's age gap and all. So we want college people to play against college people only as much as they can. And another important point is that we want them to get that team spirit going on, which is lacking in our college cricket, where I can relate to 11 other people as my brothers, as people who I share the field with, count on them as my friends. So yeah, that's another difference. One last point I'd like to mention is that we want to keep this much more professional. With no offense to other leagues, they're going great, but we have some differences in terms of rules and regulations. We want to follow strict ICC rules in terms of everything going on. We want to be updated with all the rules. Other leagues have some differences in terms of managing their leagues and in terms of conducting how it's going on. So yeah, I think those are the main differences.
And I do want to add one more thing that is really important. So, both of us being students as well, for NCCA, there's really no gains from, whoever is going to be running the show. It's on its way to be registered as a nonprofit, so it is going to be a nonprofit organization. So it's honestly an association that's really meant for students. And we're here to help them as much as we can without having any other gains from it.
So my last question is, which college and how we can take part in NCCA?
Yeah, so NCCA is open for all sorts of colleges, whether it be a community college, state college, an Ivy League. So whatever colleges can get 11 players together, we're more than happy to accommodate them. And even if you can't find 11 players, we'll help you find players, because it's mostly about publicizing cricket and the sport and the advantage of playing it, because every country, every college will have a lot of international students and most of them play cricket. So yeah, all colleges are eligible to be a part of the organization. Secondly, how to be a part. So the video will have a link in the description, and which will give you our email address and our number. You're more than welcome to text us, WhatsApp us, or reach out to us on email, and we'll help you be a part of NCCA. Thank you.
So anyone want to be part of NCCA, just go on my description, you will find the mail and every details. So that's it from my side. Thank you Roshni for giving me an interview. Thank you Baba.
Thank you,
and he is my captain. So अपना तो अलग ही चलता है भाई लोग. ठीक है, thank you.